take a deep breath and answer with all the sincerity you have the courage to face. Are you happy with who you are? Or do you spend your days wondering why you are not like those people you see around? Because I need to tell you a harsh truth. As long as you keep comparing yourself to others, you are signing every single day your own sentence of unhappiness. It feels like you're running a race you can never win, doesn't it? Always one step behind. That feeling? It is a silent prison, a cell built inside your own mind whose bars are invisible but as solid as concrete and iron. And in this video, we are going to talk about the only game that is actually worth winning, a game where your only opponent is you. The invisible prison. Those bars in your mind, they are made of flawless photos on Instagram, of success stories on LinkedIn. They're made of fit bodies, of marriages that look like they are straight out of fairy tales, of trips that seem like perfume commercials. And every time you take a peek, every time you scroll through the feed and measure your life against someone else's, you reinforce those bars. You make them thicker, taller, until the day comes when you look in the mirror and you no longer see yourself. You only see everything you are not. This isn't a personal failing, it's a deeply wired part of our social DNA. But what was once a tool for survival has become a weapon of mass self-destruction. We're no longer just comparing ourselves to our neighbors. We're comparing our real, messy, behind-the-scenes life to the edited highlight reels of millions of people around the world. And that's where the poison lies. Because when you compare yourself, you are not just wishing for what the other person has. You are saying, without realizing it, that who you are is not enough, that you are wrong. That your life, the way it is, does not deserve to be lived. And that, my friend, is one of the most dangerous thoughts anyone can carry. The philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer said that envy always sees what is above, never what is below, and he was right. Because there will always be someone richer, more beautiful, smarter, more talented, or at least someone who can seem all of that online. And the more you look up, the lower you feel. It is a cruel math that never adds up. The impossible game? So why do we keep playing? If it feels so bad, why is it so hard to stop? Because comparison is, at its core, an impossible game to win. Since childhood, you have been taught that you need to be the best, the fastest, the most beautiful, the smartest. You have been taught that there is an invisible list of things you need to achieve to be someone worthy of respect. Good grades, a diploma, a good job, a nice car, an enviable relationship, and, if possible, a perfect body too. You spend your life running to have the ideal body, to have the perfect partner, to earn more money. And every time you think you are getting there, someone runs past you. Did you see so-and-so already bought an apartment? Such and such just got promoted. And you? What are you doing with your life? Comparison is cruel because it doesn't give you time to breathe. You might be happy with something you achieved until the moment you discover someone has achieved something greater. But the deeper problem is not just the envy nor the resentment it generates. It is something much more treacherous. It disconnects you from your own voice, from your own essence. You start living like an actor on a stage, playing a role that society, family, and influencers expect from you. You get lost, and you end up living a life that is not yours. And then when you lay your head on the pillow at night, even after receiving compliments and likes, you feel that emptiness, that pang in your chest, that feeling of always being behind. The way out. I am here to tell you that there is another way. There is a way out of this prison. But it's not easy. It's not quick. And above all, it's not a path you can walk on autopilot. The solution isn't to just stop comparing yourself. That is simplistic, and it doesn't work. The real solution is not to stop competing, but to change your opponent. The only game worth playing is the game of becoming a better version of yourself. This is where true freedom begins. When you compete with others, you are playing by their rules and chasing their values. But when your only competition is the person you were yesterday, you become the one who sets the rules. You define what victory means based on your own authentic aspirations. You move from running someone else's race to running your own. And when you're on your own track, suddenly, what everyone else is doing becomes irrelevant. Their success is no longer a threat, it is simply their journey. Your focus is on your own lane, on your own progress, on beating your personal best. The path to freedom. So how do you begin? It requires courage, patience, and a willingness to question everything you learned to call truth. Here is where you can start. 1. Acknowledge the prison. You cannot change a habit you don't know you have. The first step is to become aware of when and how you compare yourself. When you feel that pang of envy, do not judge it. Simply notice it. Say to yourself, there is that thought again. This simple act creates a space between the trigger and your reaction, and in that space is your power to choose. 2. Protect your mind. Social media has turned this game into a psychological hell. If your feed is a constant source of comparison, it's time to change it. Unfollow or mute accounts that consistently make you feel insufficient. This isn't about being unkind, it's about protecting your mental peace. You must control what you feed your mind, or it will control you. 3. Define what winning means to you. If you're not competing with others, what does winning look like? You must ask yourself what success truly means to you. Instead of chasing goals that look good on a screen, set personal goals based on your own values. Track your own progress. Celebrate your own milestones, no matter how small. Your goal is simply to become a slightly better version of yourself than you were yesterday. These are your victories. 4. Walk the path with patience. In this game against yourself, there will be days you lose. You will fall back into old habits. In the old game, this was a reason for harsh self-criticism. In this new game, it must be an opportunity for patience. Treat yourself with the kindness you would offer a friend. Acknowledge the effort, learn from the setback, and get back in the game tomorrow. Progress is not linear. This is the resilience that allows you to keep playing for a lifetime. If this resonates with you, and you want to continue on this path of building a life on your own terms, subscribe to the channel for more. And now, I want to hear from you. Go to the comments and share one area where you have felt trapped by comparison. It is powerful to name it, and you will see that you are not alone in this struggle. For years, you've been playing a game you were never meant to win, measuring your worth with someone else's ruler. It has left you exhausted, anxious, and disconnected from the one person who matters most, you. But that game can end today. The moment you decide that your only competition is the person you were yesterday, you take back control. Success is no longer about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you used to be. This is not a race to a finish line. It's an infinite game of becoming. a daily practice of showing up for yourself and building a life that feels as good on the inside as it might look on the outside. That is the only game in life worth winning. Now, go play.